There are times, though, when women need to simply sit down with family members and say, I know these are terribly difficult questions and very painful, and we need to talk about them. And actually, as painful and hard as these conversations are, it will be easier for all of us if we can actually work through decisions, and then we can focus time on living.
Discussing the hard things help a little bit, take the burden off you a little bit. So whether it's journaling and I want it to be private, or it's revealing some of that heartache on my blog, I find that that's helpful for me to kind of be able to release a little bit of it.
As we continue on this journey and we learn more as we go, the responses change. People are willing to be more honest about what they're thinking and their fears of death for me, and worries about that, as well as still rallying with me in the knowledge that this could be and will be a lifelong thing, but we can still all stay together and try and work through it together.
Every woman who faces this disease has thoughts about death and dying. It's impossible to not think about it during the course of this illness. And so it is really important to have something that's so pressing on your mind to be a subject of communication with the people who are closest to you.
The hardest thing for me to kind of communicate to them was, you know, I have 6 months to 10 years. You know, I don't know how long I have. And, you know, that was very difficult for my parents in particular because, you know, my mom says, okay, keep thinking positive. You know, some people live 20 years and, you know, and trying to like reel them back into like reality. Like, I am positive, however, let's be realistic here.
When I am trying to discuss my treatments with people, I find it extremely difficult because they have opinions. Oh, you shouldn't, you need to take this drug, or oh my gosh, you're doing this, or why are you wasting your money on that? So a lot of times I'm very selective about who I share those treatment decisions with.
So there are several strategies that young women with metastatic breast cancer can use to improve their communication with family members, friends, and coworkers. First, it's important that they let these individuals know that they have some important issues to talk about. That's important so that the other person can be present and not distracted.
I know with my husband, I don't want to get him at the end of a work day when he's had a difficult day, and or get somebody when they're in the middle of something else and they're distracted. I need to find time that we can both be present and really have the difficult conversations, and trying to just be open to whatever they're going through and whatever they're feeling related to it as well.
I think, you know, it was very beneficial to be open about the diagnosis, the treatment, and less isolating. You know, when others are accepting of the information, it makes me feel like someone has my back, you know, like I'm not in this alone.